Damn, there we go. That was easy. All right. Okay. I want to put some color in this thing, you know? Ah, we need some music. Ah, it's good. Got my nice new cans as well on my ears. Oop. Bloody good. Bloody good. Alright, here we go. Let's get this done today. We're going to? I don't know. Right, let's go. Plastic. Thermoplastic. ELA. Generic. In fact, most of these items are going to be the same. So platform arm, for example, that's going to be PLA as well. PLA. I've never actually really used these materials before, but I'm pretty keen to actually make this look like the thing I'm making. So I assume appearance plastic. What does that look like? Black? Okay. Well, that's fine. I wonder if it'd actually be a pain having it in black. Appearance. Plastic. Texture appearance. All materials. Basic appearance. And then line color, point color. If like I brightened up the line, what does that look like? Yeah, see, that looks kind of good. Just makes it a bit clearer to see. I don't know what point color is. I guess point color's launch editor. So say if I went plastic, ambient color, diffuse. Okay, interesting that plastic's black by default. In fact, I'm not printing this in black PLA. I probably should though. Black would be the best color. Saying that, it doesn't need to be black because you can coat things in a non-reflective black. Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I just wanted this to look a bit more interesting, to be honest. So what about the 15mm rod? I mean, that thing can be... We can go tube. How do I activate that? What? Oh, I've still got a task open. So I should now be able to go material. And I should be able to change that to aluminium. Closed. Now, does that have a default appearance? Kind of went back to how it was. That's okay. Anyway. Let's continue. Let's continue. So I've got the camera plate. I mean, pretty much. Oh, I need to do a bit of assembly, I guess. Probably needs to put some holes in here for. Do I trust that this is going to be strong enough? To hold the weight of a camera. And not slowly creep down. I actually don't. I do not trust it not to slip. So I could do just 3D printing this isn't ideal. To do some locking designs. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. I could try. I mean, it'd be a something to learn, I guess. So what do I need? Camera plate. I'll do the tripod mount first, so we'll get rid of the rod clamp and get rid of the camera plate. So on this one, it would be both on the same side, which is great. The problem with this one is it's going to be vertical, so 3D printing that. Shouldn't be too bad, actually. It should still work. If I design it nicely enough, I still shouldn't need any supports. I think we can do this. I think it's going to be fine. Very, very optimistic. Okay, so let's start by going on the platform arm here. I think first off, putting some holes in this thing is going to be a good place to start. If we get the sketch here and we go and chuck holes in it, it's already got these locations here because I created this as a slot sketch. So I think we're good now. I should just be able to adjust the parameters of the hole. So like 4 mil depth, basically depth we want to go through all. Reversed. There we go. Problem is that going through all, like, it won't go through that as well. No, okay, that's good. Okay, cool. So the holes are done. So now we just need this, like, I mean, I reckon we can do this as like a radial pattern, perhaps. Gonna be tricky. I mean, this is going to restrict how many height settings we have, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. We're not talking super accuracy here, so I reckon like maybe if we go 20. So if we go 360 divided by 20, we get 18 degrees. Well, then if I go 360 divided by 18, that's 20, which I think is enough anyway. If I do 20 degrees. Per. I don't know. I don't actually know how I'm going to draw the sketch for this yet, so I'm going to have to not sure how would I do this. Can I do it with any primitives? Okay, we'll say okay to the holes there, which is fine. Cone, not really a cone. I kind of want a pyramid. Is that a wedge? Could I use it as a wedge potentially? Shape I want. Oh, pushing the button. Drop down. There we go. Subtractive wedge or prism. Perhaps. Cone. I don't think what the shape would be. It would be pyramid. That's what I need. See what a wedge looks like in this. Maybe that is what I'm after. Maybe that is what I'm after. That is what I'm after. Beautiful. I think. I'm not certain about this at all. So let's go into the wedge here. We'll change its positioning. We'll go attachment. I guess we'll go XY plane. All right, screw me then. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go maybe we'll go this plane. There you go. And around the Z axis, we're going to go 45 degrees. Whoa, that's so wrong. That is not what I want to do at all. There we go, 45. Yeah, 45. Oh my gosh. Come on, buddy. Around Y, 45. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's move this thing roughly into position. I really just want to see if this is actually going to make the shape that it all. Let's get a better view here. Well, so far that's, I mean, it's definitely, I gotta do some resizing here. Yeah, this is bizarre. Let's change these things up to 0. I don't know what this is about. So min. So maybe negative 2.5, 2.5, negative 2.5, 2.5. Nope. Apparently, I don't know how to use the wedge shape at all. X2 min. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is to do with the top. I've probably made an illegal shape here of some description. Let's just okay. Cancel out of here for now. Let's go back in. Let's tweak these parameters one at a time, and we might be able to see what we're doing. It's probably not helping that I'm offset by an angle as well. I'm just going to go back to 0 for now, and that way I can see what's happening. So, okay, I see. So we're going from 0 to 10, which is okay, so this is 0, 0. This is 0, 0 here. So if I want it to be like, basically I want to go 3. By 3. And then the top here is going to be 1.5. 1.5. That's going to be 1.5. That's going to be 5. There we go. Cool. All right, now I can rotate this around 45 degrees. Go. Okie dokie. We got to move this into place, however. Like so. Alright, kind of getting there. What's tricky is I need this circumference, and then I need to work out that distance there and the parameters of this to fit in there. That's going to be really tricky. Bit of math. Axis, select reference. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what I'm going for. I don't know how that worked seemingly exactly. Maybe I shouldn't question it. Too sleepy. And this can be 3D printed all in one go. It actually doesn't matter that these bits are further out than they need to be. However, I can fix that. I can fix that, and I probably will, just to keep it tidy. I don't know if I just got lucky there, or whether there's some maths going on here, which... Because 360 divided by 15... does equal a round number. I know that for a fact. I swear. Normally I could do that math. I should know that math. It's pilot math. 360 divided by 15 is 20. 24, of course. 15 degrees of longitude. Every 15 degrees of longitude around the Earth is 1 hour. Something like that. Wow. My instructors and my students would be shocked. Okay, I need to recover this part somehow, so I think what we have to do here is... I mean, maybe there could be an additive that we could do here. Like... Nah, I think we got to do a sketch. I think we need to do a sketch. That's fine. No problem. Happy with that, happy with that. We'll click on there. I always feel like when it starts getting obscenely complicated, like this is very similar to programming in the sense that you want to keep like your lines of code per function quite low. And so like these are my lines of code per function. And the function result is the platform arm, and these are the lines of code to get there. Like if there's too many of them, it's like I'm doing too much. So yeah, I think, I mean, honestly, actually, what I could have done, in fact, there is a better way to do this. Damn it. I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? I am. I'm gonna have to do it. That's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll go. We'll create another body. And what we'll call this body is, no, I want to back in the root document here. What I want to call this body is a what's it called? Locking ridges. Something like that. There's a proper name for it, but I can't think of it right now. We've got the wedge, we've got the polar pattern. Grab both of those. They're going to go into the locking. Oops. What did I just do? Right, we're going to move. We want to move these into here. Base feature, no, go away. Attachment support, basically I have to get rid of any attachment. Links to object whole. Go out of the allowed scope polar pattern. Okay, so I've still got some dependencies here which are holding me up. This polar pattern here. Axis. So this is not reference to anything at all. So if we go okay there. I still can't bring that in there. Bizarre. So maybe if I turn this off and I force this origin. Yeah, maybe if I do this, maybe if I go wedge, platform. Okay, maybe if I go wedge, and we go reference to origin 32. Like that. Go okay. So frustrating when it does that. Links to objects holes. Art design subtractive wedge links to objects hole. But I got rid of the reference. Didn't I? Plane 32. I'll get rid of the polar pattern for now. Maybe that'll... Yeah, it's not letting me drag it in there. It's kind of strange. Map mode. Origin 32 is definitely the one I want. Huh. Weird how it won't let me move it. Attachment editor. There's nothing to do with the hole is just attached to the sketch that the arm is made out of, so this shouldn't be a problem. It's down here. Somehow this is still attached to the hole. Sync sub-object selection. Yeah, weird. Oh, maybe I can just start again. Maybe I can just start again. Maybe we just delete this. And unlocking ridges here. We'll get our platform arm up and going again. Wherever the heck that is. Why can't I see? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then this locking ridge we can bring into place. So we can work with it nicely. So we're going to line up the origin basically exactly under the center of the circle and right on the face of this arm here. And we're going to make the cone point exactly in the center of the circle here. So I know the dimensions already, so this shouldn't take too long to redo it. Oh, I know what the issue is. A subtractive body, you can't just make subtractive bodies. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make an additive body out of wedges, and then I'm going to have to subtract that body with a Boolean operation. This here, two or more bodies, I'm going to have to subtract the shape I'm making from the arm. But this will be the better way to do it because I'm actually able to see what I'm cutting out. This is like a cutting tool, a cutting template. So additive wedge. Let's do this. I don't know what plane I'm on. XZ maybe. Okay, so here we go. X min. We're going to go minus 1.5. And we're going to go 1.5. I don't know if I put my origin in the right place there. Not bad, doesn't it? What if I go positive 1.5 and minus 1.5? No. Because that's negative. The negative has to be smaller than positive. 1.5, 1.5. Where's this playing with me, eh? It's got to be 10 and 10. 10. 10. Okay, let's do that. Let's go negative 1.5. Just like giving up on rendering it. Y min must not be equal to Y max. Oh, my bad. There's 0 and 10. Right. Gotcha. So this is going to be negative 1.5. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Oh dear. Okay. No. Yeah. Why is this harder than it was last time? Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. What if I just go 0 and 0? Voila. And this needs to be smaller. This needs to be 1.5, 1.5, 5. There we go. Now I'm back to where I was. Jeez. So much for saying that it was going to be easy. Famous last words, right? I have a feeling I've done the same thing I always do. I've got to put this on the wrong side. Which is okay, because... You see, now I've got to put this on the bloomin' platform arm again. I was in the wrong body. I want to add it to there. Okay. So. This is the copying and pasting, or the moving stuff around in Fusion is quite, can be a little bit frustrating at times. I mean, it's my fault. I'm obviously using the software wrong, which I'm sure some people could tell me, but would probably maybe enjoy telling me. Yeah, it just doesn't like switching the bodies around. It's like there's no way to change the owner of an additive part once you've done it. So I guess you just got to make sure you do it in the right blooming body for a start. So let's see if it does make it in the right one this time. It does. Alright. Well, let's move right along. So let's just copy our numbers. Negative 1.5, 1.5, 0, 10. Negative 1.5, 1.5, 0, 0, 0, 0. Nice. Now somehow, and I don't know how, somehow the math for this worked out. So I'm gonna take this body here and I'm gonna what am I gonna do? I'm gonna move it down just for a good, so I've got a good reference to what I'm actually trying to achieve with this. that should be in line. What we call eyeballing it in the industry. Right, the wedge here, I can now rotate around the y-axis by 45 degrees. Okay, that's good. Be very slow and deliberate with some of your movements in this software. Okay, so now, okay, I'm starting to see it's starting to come together. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Polar pattern. And we're going to go select a reference. I don't know if we can select point. Maybe not. Okay, so maybe what we've got to do is put the origin at the tip of... Wait, did I just... Axis. It doesn't let me pick a point as an axis. I guess because a point is not an axis. That would kind of make sense. Okay. So I'm actually just going to delete that, and I'm going to change the origin of this wedge. So what we need to do is go -10 and 0. Like that. And now if I do a polar pattern around the x-axis, yeah, I should get that. Result has multiple solids. So that doesn't consider consider that joint. But if I do this, if I go up to 15, we get this beautiful shape here. It does have a very, very slight gap in there. So what I can do is slightly increase the size of the base of the wedge. So we can just go like -1.6, 1.6, like that. Go okay. And there we go. We've got this beautiful pattern. And you see, it would be nice to have this exact. Now, if I create a shape binder here and I move it. Hang on, cancel. Not doing any tasks. Don't need the origin. Transform. Why does it not let me transform? Oh, I see. Interesting. So locking ridges. There was this links. Create link. No. Pretty close, right? Well, this is kind of trippy. This is like a game from the 90s, PC game from the 90s graphics, right? Trippy as. Okay, locking ridges. So transform. So in other words, and this is kind of cool because like the center of it is the center of the fan. So basically what we want to do is, now we have this, is we want to take, let's create another part here. Yep, a part. And we'll call this one put both of these bodies in the part, and we'll call that the arm base feature, and then we've got the locking ridges, right? So if we go arm base minus that, this is strange. Hold up. Are you supposed to use a boolean in this? Am I supposed to make like another body and then create a boolean? Then we're gonna go add body arm base. Add body locking ridges. And go. Cannot do boolean cut without base feature. Right. Okay, so perhaps I'm misunderstanding how this is actually used. Perhaps. Of course I bloody am. So we go arm base. Oops. Active body required. Doesn't work, does it? I'm missing something. Apparently, about how this all works. Might need to look this up. Okay. Now what I can do here though is I can do a like an intersection of this and a cylinder. So subtractive torus. Groove hole. Oh, it's a bit laggy, that. There's got to be like a billion ways to do this. What I need is a union. I need like... So, I mean, I think, you know, really, I am looking to basically create another body here, which is just going to be a really simple cylinder. Which is going to be on that plane. And we are going to move this into position. I think my lucky stars, that's pretty much exactly the right size. See, we want to move that back so it's encompassing the whole thing. And then really what I want to do is I want to union these two. Common. The body. I don't get it. I really need to look up how to use... I need to look up how to use... Alright, we'll save it there. We'll jump on... we'll go on here. FreeCAD. Boolean. That's a Boolean.
Hello everyone, today we are going to learn basic FreeCAD tutorials, how to use Boolean tools in part designs. For example, I will create new drawing and change into part design. Click create body, create sketch, choose top plan. We draw rectangle at this point. And then use path tools to convert into 3D. We create again the other body. You can click it, create body, create sketch, use top plan. We draw a circle at this point and use path tools to convert into 3D. Set for length 20, click OK. Now we move this.
Okay. Let's pause here. It's moving very fast, which I appreciate, but I want this to sink in. We've got the document. And inside the document, we've got two bodies. Body and body 1.
Cylinder object, we can right click in here, body 001. Click transforms and I will move into center point of the box object.
Gotcha.
Click OK to apply. Now if you want to boolean, like I will boolean this box object, you can right click in here, body. Click toggle active body. The next, click Boolean tools.
Okay. So we want to click the body that we want to do the Boolean operation on. Now that makes sense in FreeCAD terms. You have a selected body and you click on the things you want to add into that body, the operations that you want to add. So basically, my case, in my case here, in this example, I want to do the operation to the locking ridges. So I have that as my active body. Then I have this locking ridges cylinder, which I want to union with it, or the common things. So we go locking ridges, Boolean. Okay. Before I jump the gun, get back to the video.
And now you can
Add body. Let me guess what he's going to click. Now, okay, so that did happen the same for me. So my object that I want to operate on disappeared. And then I go add body. And I click on locking ridges. Cylinder.
Now we have 3 options. Fuse.
So we got fuse.
You can combine between these 2 bodies.
And
then for cut, it will be cut the box objects with the cylinder object. You can change like this. Cut.
Yeah, see, that's great. It's working well for him. Let's go back to mine. And I'm going to go cut. Okay. And I'm going to go common. I don't know if there's an issue here, but it certainly doesn't seem to have done what I wanted it to do. And, you know, perhaps out of that reason is I might have these different, I feel like I might have these different origins, which could be the problem. We step back. Have a look at the different origins I've got here. I wonder if the origins do need to be in the same place. Yeah, look at this. Origins are all over the show. Maybe what I should do then is bring this back home. Like we should just go placement. Just go like 0, 0, 0.
And the last for command.
A useful video. It helped me to troubleshoot what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I have an inkling now. I do know what's wrong. YZ, YZ. And the only reason I know this is because I think I've done this before. A long time ago. So now if we go like this, turn off these origins, and we'll try this again. All right, so I've got the locking ridges there. I want a Boolean operation on that. I want to add a body. I want to add that. Okay, so this looks better. It's actually showing something now. And now I want to go common. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Oh, now we get this beautiful. Perfect. Okay, so it was all about the origins and how they work. I don't fully understand it, I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? This works. It's pretty damn beautiful. We'll call this camera plate arm part. We've got the arm base. And again, I think I'm building this. I think this is in the wrong place now. Because what I want is, I want the part over there now, but I want the body. Let's just go 0, 0, 0 with this as well and see what happens. So what that makes me think is that with the arm base, I could actually, now this is dangerous, usually inadvisable to adjust a sketch, but I think in this case it warrants it. I think we're going to get rid of this constraint here. It's going to go out and hide the locking ridges. We're going to put this dot here, coincident. Hold up. Those coincident like that. Close that out. Okay, so it didn't completely break it. That's a good thing. Now we got the locking ridges, and it's beautiful. Did I pad that out in the correct? I did pad it out in the correct direction. So that's fine. Sketch. So really this locking ridges body would be kind of good to have separate. So like if I move that out of here, and then what I could do is I've got this active art here, and I could use a I still don't know if I understand these properly. Like if I get rid of that, I've got this thing now, right? So in theory, could I use that as a boolean? So if I go activate my arm base, go boolean, add body, is this considered a body or not? It is not. Can it be a body? Use solids from bound shapes. I don't know what that means. Create face using wires. Plane linked. It's almost like I want to clone rather than... Just out of interest, if I create a new body in here, I drag that in there, and then I go arm base, add body, that. Tool shape is null. Okay, because the binder isn't actually a shape. What I thought. Makes me wonder if a shape binder is actually anything physical or whether it's just for like reference. And you can use it to sketch onto, but you can't actually use it as a body. So maybe that's what clone is. It's a dangerous game I'm playing here, guessing, but if I go clone, how do you know it's a clone? Like if I change...
The clone tool is part of FreeCAD's part design workbench and is used to create an exact replica of a body or part of a body within the model. When you create a clone, it is placed over the top of the original and you need to use the transform tool in order to move it. You cannot modify the clone, so you have to modify the original and the clone updates accordingly. Let's show how this works.
That's exactly what I want.
Create a simple body that we can use for the entire demonstration. So we'll create the body, create the sketch, put it on the XY. You can't see it on the plane. We're going to call it clone on the first clone because that's the clone of the whole body. 100. And we will change its... More about the link tool, I have a more complete video linked above. So like the clone tool, the link tool allows us to link to a full body or part of a body. And unlike the clone tool, it also allows us to link to an external body. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to look at how it works with bodies that are in the same model. So like the clone tool, linked bodies are created on top of the original and need to be moved using the transform.
I totally zoned out when he was explaining what it is.
But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to look at how it works with bodies that are in the same model. So like the clone tool, linked bodies are created on top of the original and need to be moved using the transform tool. So let's have a look at that. So we'll select the original in the combo view and we'll click on the link tool. And you can
What am I doing?
click on the link tool. And you can see in the combo view, we now have another one called Original 01. And you'll also notice that there is a link icon on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to rename that to be Linked Original 1. And as you can see, it's sitting on top of the original. So we'll just use the transform tool to move it out of the way. Now, one of the things you'll notice is the color is the same. And that's because inside the model, it's not actually a separate body. It's actually just a link to the original. Whereas with the clones, you can see they're all different colors. This is because they are actually different entities within the model. Now, we cannot modify the link. It'll always go back to the original. So I'll just delete that datum plane for the minute. So if I was to add another feature to the original, again, we'll just...
My question is, when would you use one and when would you use the other?
Just to avoid the topological naming problem. Create a sketch on top of it. Select the datum plane, create the sketch. And we will just place a slot. So then we'll create a pocket using the slot. And we will just make it 5 mil deep. And turn off or hide the datum plane. So as you can see, the clone has also updated along with the link. So like the clone tool, you can also link to part of a body. So let's do that now. And we will link to this pad here. create a link. And again, you can see. So there you have it. The clone and link tools are very similar in nature. The clone tool clones bodies or parts of bodies that are treated as individual bodies within the model. The link tool, on the other hand, creates links to bodies or parts of bodies that are treated as the same body within the model. That's a bit of a mouthful. I've really only used the link tool in my work because I like to store common components as bodies in external models and then link them in as they're required. I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, please click the like button, and if you haven't already done so, please consider.
Okay, my understanding of this, my understanding of the difference between when you would use links versus clones. Links are more of a performance thing. So like if you're doing some sort of complex assembly with lots and lots and lots of the same parts, you would use links. More of a display thing, I guess. Whereas clones are actually a physical body. They're like a new piece of geometry. Link, obviously, like cloned to the original, but they act as a solid. They act as a body, and you can do things like Boolean operations on them. So I think what I've done here, using this is correct. So we'll go arm locking ridges 1. And music, please. Be quiet with my own voice in here. Arm locking ridges 1, and we're going to duplicate. I guess copy. It wants the whole lot, eh? It's crazy. Maybe I should just make another clone. Nope. Find Control C, Control V in FreeCAD just really... I mean, obviously it works, but it doesn't work how you'd expect it to most of the time. Unless you're a FreeCAD, like, FreeCAD nerd and you know it inside out and you're like, oh, it behaves exactly like I'd expect it to behave because I know FreeCAD. Fair enough. Now the question is, can you scale? Can you scale? That's not how you scale though, is it? Anyway, I'm getting to, oh man, Control Y, pop that in there. Let's just get this done, eh? Let's go arm base. Locking ridges, I don't want you as a body anymore. I want arm base. Boolean operation, add body, model, arm locking ridges. That was bad because why is it? No, okay. Look, when in doubt, start again. All right, let's go. Locking ridges, create a clone. We're going to drag it in there. We're going to call it arm locking ridges 1. Sweet. Arm base, Boolean, add body, arm locking ridges. Okay, now the Boolean is going to be a cut. We'll go okay. Now we'll hide the original locking ridges. Oh my gosh. We got it. We got it. Very good. Now what I should be able to do, hopefully, is scale. Now I don't know how to scale things. A multi-transform. Is scaling even a thing in FreeCAD? I actually don't know. I've never had to or tried to use it before. Oh, no way. So you can use clone to scale things. That's incredible. Art scale. Let's look at the official docs. If they ever load. We're interested to see this though. Set tip. Dependency graph. Now that's groovy. I thought that was going to show me what parts depend on what other parts. Additive loft. I'm not seeing it. I ain't seeing it unless I'm blind. It could be in here, but scale. But this is a body. This is a part design body. It's from a different workbench, so I don't know if it would work. Maybe it would. Back to -2. This is interesting. It's kind of doing something. Huh. I don't know what. Oh, I've made a whole bunch of different ones. So this is pretty much exactly what I'm after. Amazingly, somehow, that's like exactly the right size. I guess because I don't even I can't even. Yeah, okay, because finish the sentence, man. Jeez, the cylinder that I used to cut this out was. It was like 10. Yeah, it was 10 millimeters radius. So half that size. Yeah, okay, well that does make sense. That's exactly what I want. So is there a way I can bring this? Problem is, this scale won't work Maybe it will. The only way I'm going to find out is to try. So like if I go arm base Boolean first shape, I don't think so. Can't mix and match part design and part workbench. Much. I can't add that because it's not a body. I don't know what this is complaining about now. We'll get rid of all these scales. Tip shape is empty. There we go. Alright, we're back to where we started with this. So, really, I've got this clone. Oh, nice. Very, very few use cases where scaling an object is required. Just doesn't seem like the right way to do it, does it? Scaling is rather uncommon in parametric design. I'd rather recommend the draft clone command and then use a part fusion. Okay, I'm getting the picture here. I should listen to people who know more than me. Right. What we should do is go into locking ridges here, and we should take the locking ridges cylinder and we should change the size of this. Make the radius 5mm. Like, I should have done that. All good. All good. Alright, that took way too long. Say it took way too long. It took as long as it took, okay? And we got there in the end, so. I'm still not there yet, actually. I have to do this Boolean. So, we'll tap that, go arm base, Boolean, subtract body, locking ridges. We'll go in here, we'll go fuse, we'll go cut, actually. Thank you very much. And we'll go okay, we'll hide the original locking ridges. I don't know what I'm looking at. Recompute. What am I even looking at? What is this? Oh. Okay. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Now to make it a little bit more difficult, I actually need a bit of clearance here. I think what I'm going to do first though is I'm actually going to I'm just going to do this the easy way. I'm going to go arm locking ridges 2. Pop that in there. Go arm base. Go boolean. Oh, can you add multiple actually? So maybe I don't need to do 2 boolean operations. You know what? It's probably actually better on memory as well if I do that. So like I'll get rid of that one and we'll go into boolean here, and we will take this thing and we'll drag it down this end. That. Then we'll go into this and we'll go add body and we'll add this second one. It's probably optimized to do that. Okay, actually I don't need clearance there because I can just make the thing that this locks into slightly smaller. Which would be this. So this is a radius of 5 mil, so that's 10 mil. So in other words, this thing here, the camera plate, we need to work on the this little box. We need to go length 9. We'll just make it a mil smaller. And then with these fillets, we'll go radius 4.5. Really? Oh my gosh, that is not what I wanted. If I go 4.4, see, it lets you go that far, but it doesn't let you go to 4.5. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I could do one edge at a time, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know. If I go 4.49, I think I can live with myself if I do that. Right, so now we need these locking ridges again. And we are going to create another clone. And drag that in there. So, now this is, we're going to call this camera plate locking ridges 1. So it goes on the inside edge. I mean, it could go on the outside edge. What would be stronger? Either of them? Probably the outside edge would be better, to be honest. Because more accessible. Not fiddling around with things on the inside there. It'll be easier to put together and construct, but probably also give it a bit more rigidity actually. So I think we'll do that. That's good. So then, I feel like I should do like a mirrored feature on this. Maybe we can do that. All right, so in this case, though, we're going to go plate as our active body. We're going to go Boolean. We're going to add that. We're going to go Boolean cut. Beautiful thing. Until I find out none of this actually works. It should though. And see, I don't see us needing any supports to actually print these as well, because these maximum angle is like 45 degrees, but it won't be 45 degrees. Now, what we do need though is a hole through this. Like go back here. I don't know, let's see if we can mirror these features. Oh, I'm on a task, what the hell? Cancel. Okay, so mirror feature along didn't do anything. No, I just mirrored it underneath. Strange. So really, I don't need to make this smaller at all. it may still help actually. May help. I don't know. Let's see. I think this is going to be one of those manufacturing test things. It does worry me a little bit. I could. I mean, there's no way I can adjust this. Anyway. Too much thinking, too little doing. Right, tripod mount. That is the worst phrase I could say. Never enough thinking with these things. I mean, at some point you have to put something into action, right? All right. Width and height always throws me off. Okay. So what about other side? Did we do that as a separate box? Unbelievable. Just terrible. Now that is not in the same place. This is why we do mirrored things. I don't have to mess around with this. Okay. Not a whole heap of messing around, thank goodness, but you know, still. Bring the fillets back, adjust the fillets. So we do our 4.49 thing. Same here. Okay. Then we've got our locking ridges. And the locking ridges, we can go and create another clone. Bring that clone in here. And we'll call it camera plate locking ridges 1. Is that what I called them in here? Oh, who cares? And we'll create another clone. Put that in there. And we'll call it camera plate locking ridges 2. And camera plate locking ridges 1. Actually, can you transform 2 bodies at the same time? That's weird. That'll do. Right, now they're there, I can transform them a bit easier. And it's going to be, I said on the outside, didn't I? Remains to be seen if that is an intelligent choice or not. Okay. For the 4 plate, we're going to do boolean. We're going to go add body. We're going to add that one. Two. Cut. Holy. Oh, not this again. I'm actually too tired to solve this. Ugh. Nightmare. I don't know. I don't know. And if I look at this thing's origin, it's weird because axes are all the same. It must be something. I'm feeling like deliriously sleepy all of a sudden. I think I've got to go to bed. That's disappointing. I was hoping to get more done tonight, but hey, I got something done. And that's okay. Really not sure why it does this. It's like totally disappears. Bizarre. Bizarre. You know, if I go cut, that's fine. So it's the fact that this is in this position which is bothering me. So I don't understand why it's in that position. Like, when the heck did I ever make it in that position? So like if I manually drag this into place or adjust this thing's position. Do a guesswork right here. Like that. Now, if I move that there and go okay, what am I going to see? Nothing. Because what the hell? What are you up to, FreeCAD? I know it's probably because I've done something wrong, but this is incredibly unintuitive behavior right now. There is no holding your hand here. I am very tired, so that's probably a big part of this. Let's be honest ourselves right now. It's the second I click Boolean, it screws up my orientation. Well, no, the part design booleans are causing me the problem. Carefully managing object placements before and after. You know what? The transformation origin of a Boolean operation can be reset to the global. You can use the view properties panel to specify a different origin or adjust the placement. You can't though. Doesn't let you do that with Booleans. I don't know what use placement actually does. Doesn't seem to do anything. The thing I want to do is understand what its logic is here. If I understand that, I'm just getting its brain, getting FreeCAD's brain, then I can avoid it in the future. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen tonight. Really don't. It's like, one thing I don't know is like how in the heck you can't like see the global origin in an easy way. View toggle axis cross. That's not. Right. Why have I never... I've never seen that before. Ah, dang. Dang it. Ah, gee, dang it. Okay, so the issue here, right, is that the part origin is here and the actual camera plate origin is definitely not there, and it's, I don't know why it's rotated like it is. I don't see any need for that. That's going a bit extreme, FreeCAD. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go placement, we're going to go boom, boom, boom. Right, we're going to go 0, 0, 0. And then, actually, it's okay, this is bizarre. Like, why it rotates the model around with the Boolean. No idea. That is the bizarre one on me. And I cannot fathom where that math is coming from that it thinks it should do that. All right. So what we're now going to do is we have this zeroed off. So I'm going to bring the Boolean tools into place. I'm just going to try one for a start and see if it works. Oops. I actually want to see back here. A lot easier to center. Man, I've never been so tired in my life. That is not true. But I'm pretty tired. Why don't you go to bed then? Says my brain. Well, let's bring this dude over here. Zip. Zoop zoop. We're going to turn that off. No, we're not. We're going to turn that one off. This one into position. Cool. Looks like we're all good. Tasks. We're going to say okay. Make sure everything's locked in place. All right, now. I still have a feeling this is just going to go haywire. I still feel like the second I click Boolean on... You know what I've done? Have I? No, I haven't. Okay, so this is good. The second I click Boolean there, it disappears. Now that's okay, because that happened last time. So we go add body. Okay. Okay, it's working. Good. Up. Boom. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it now? Oi, oi, oi. Okay, so base plate. I mean... So I guess it's as long as all the parts you're using in the Boolean operation sort of share the same global, the same parent coordinate space, or the thing that you're applying the Boolean to should be really at 0, 0. It seems. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. Well, so then I just want to see, we've got this camera plate arm now, so in theory this should lock into here like perfectly. I didn't really think about... I mean, yeah, it will lock into there perfectly. See? Beauty. I didn't really think about a 0 position though, did I? Like the fact that it can't... Rotation increment, let's just go down to like 1 degree. So like that's the lowest it's going to be able to go, which isn't actually, I mean, here's me being lazy, but it's not actually a bad thing. And I just realized a mistake. This should be cut off like flat at the bottom, not rounded. So I think we're going to have to adjust our adjustment to the original. To the original locking ridges here, and this locking ridges cylinder is no longer going to be a cylinder. If we hide the rest of the stuff, we can work on it here. So I could create a body. How did it just create one in there? Locking ridges. So you can't have nested bodies? I guess not. So if I create a additive box, then we just it's got to be the X. Is it the YZ plane that? No. XY? That's what I would have thought, right? So the Z's up and down. X is that way. Yeah, okay. So the XY plane makes sense. Or we should build on. Alright. Let's bring this negative Y, negative Z, and a bit of negative X as well. Okay. So with this one, we've got this body here, and we got oh, so actually I want the bottom of the box, but it shouldn't be this high, so it should be that high, and then Z will be 5, like that. What we want. All right. Okay. And then we're going to have the locking bridges bottom box, and then this one we're going to go into this boolean. We're going to go add body. We're going to do that as well, except we actually want these in a different order. Maybe I should redo the boolean, I reckon. Okay, so this should work. This thing's freaking huge. So we've got plenty of space here. So we've got locking ridges. I feel like maybe actually the locking ridges cylinder, I feel like I've done this around the wrong way. I feel like this could actually just live in here. Right? I feel like we don't need a separate body for this. In fact, so in that case, I'll make this the active body. We'll add the box, and we'll just try this again because this is important. Height is going to be 5. Depth is going to be -5. And then that should all match up perfectly. So if we go okay, we've got this beautiful shape here, which is exactly the shape that I want. Then we do the boolean. So we go locking ridges. Select that as the active body. Boolean. Add body that common. That's perfect. That's our locking ridges cutting tool for our solids. So now if I hide this and I bring back some of our other stuff that uses that, oh, that's gorgeous, my friend, beautiful. All right, so we've got the camera plate arm. Look at that, huh? Isn't that gorgeous? Now it's not quite right on the arms though. We haven't quite got that round the correct orientation there, do we? But I'm sure that is something we can fix pretty easily. Now actually I reckon I can fix this because what we really do want here is we want a ridge going directly left and right and one going directly up and down. We've got the one going directly up and down but not left and right. I think that's something we can fix as well. So how are we doing this? Tripod mount. Camera plate arm base boolean arm locking ridges. Simple as that. Easy as that. Almost, dare I say, exactly what I wanted. So now if I rotate this around, if I go camera plate arm, transform, pretty crazy, like that, the closest I can get it to flat. I still don't mind that though. This will be pretty strong. This will be pretty strong. I think. Oh dear, the only way is to try it. I feel like this is the weakest, definitely the weakest part of the design. And not weakest as in strength wise, I think just weakest conceptually. I think I've done this like wrong. I think this could be a lot better. I think that I've done these locking things as a good exercise in 3D modeling, CAD modeling here, and I think they're really useful. Like, I think I could use this somewhere else, but I actually think I've totally screwed up the fundamental approach to the camera mount. I really do. Which isn't great, because like, I look at this thing. The lowest, this is strange because the lowest you can get the camera, like there's no point to lowering this down because the camera's the lowest it can go there. And you wouldn't want this any lower because it doesn't make any sense. This is where blind copying of a design sometimes, well, it's not copying, I'm approaching it differently obviously, but like being inspired blindly by it, just kind of following some of the principles is a bad idea. Anyway, I'm too tired to do anything else, so I'm gonna go. So anyone here, feel free to, energetic as I have been tonight, feel free to follow, join in, chat, say hi, and we'll see you next time. Oh, that was almost perfect timing with the music stopping right at the right moment.